So it's been a long time since I've talked about QR codes. QR codes are things that look like this. You see them sometimes in magazines, on posters, even on vehicles with advertising on the sides of them. The idea is that this thing acts like a little barcode. You could scan it using your phone's camera and then it usually just takes you to a web page. So it's just an easier way to go to a web page than actually having to remember the exact URL and then type it in. Now, there was a big promise with the QR codes that they were going to be everywhere, that every advertisement, every magazine and newspaper was going to have them. They're going to be on every billboard and all of that stuff. They were even going to be in TV shows and TV commercials and all that. And it really never lived up to the hype. But they're still used sometimes, especially in ads where there's a complex URL or some sort of special code that you needed, like a coupon code or something like that. And occasionally you see them for cool things like scavenger hunts or something like that. So it can be useful to be able to use them on your iPhone. Now in the past you've had to use special QR code reader apps. So you launch this app, it accesses the camera, you point the camera at the code and then it opens up the web page. But a while ago Apple added that functionality as native functionality inside of iOS. So the way you do it is on your iPhone you want to go to Settings, and under Settings you go to Camera. So here I was already in Camera and you see that there's Scan QR codes. That's an option. You can see I have it turned on. So now that I have it turned on, I'm going to start the camera up and there's just my Mac desktop. And I'm going to bring that same piece of paper in and you can see it says website or website QR code open in Safari. So I'm going to tap it in and you can see it actually even gave the URL there, which was goo.gl, because that's the service I used to make the QR code. And I just made a simple QR code that I printed out that just takes you to macmost.com. Matter of fact, if you were to point your iPhone with this turned on at the screen while I'm just showing this, then it should take you to macmost.com as a demonstration. So it's a handy thing to know that you can use QR codes in your iPhone without any extra app. So if you ever see one of these and you're curious to find out what's behind it, you can actually go and use it just using your regular camera app as long as you have that turned on. And by the way, if you're interested in how I made that QR code and how you can make your own, I just went to the Google service that does it. There's tons of other services that will do it. I use goo.gl. That's the Google shortener. I typed in macmost.com, hit shorten URL, and it gave me the short URL, which you can use for other things as well, and hit done. And once I was done, there's the three dots here. I clicked on that and it has QR code, and this is just a graphic. I can drag and drop that to the desktop. I can control click and copy the image and use it in whatever I want.